As continuing with the basic concepts and entities, the next concept we need to know is about price, a very common term, price. But children, I would tell you that very commonly also we synonymously we use a term cost instead of price. That's wrong in economic sense. When we go to the market and ask at times during shopping, we ask what is the cost of this. Now in economics, where there is a major difference between cost and price. Actually what you are asking the shopkeeper or the retailer about the price of the commodity, not the cost of the commodity. Cost refers to the cost of production, and cost of production and price in the market for the same commodity does not match. Okay, so please keep in mind in due course of time in your senior, as you grow and you're in the classes, senior classes, if you continue your studies with economics, you will come to know different theories of cost of production. We will come to them. But right now, when we are talking about price, we need to understand the price. Concept is clear, but we use the term wrongly. That's why I'm telling, in the market, when we go for purchasing 1 unit of a commodity, the amount of money that we exchange, we give in exchange for 1 unit of the commodity is the price of the commodity, So we define price as the price for the price of a commodity is the amount of money which can be exchanged for 1 unit of a commodity in the market. So that's what price refers to. When you are telling that the price of a pen is ₹5, that means 1 unit of pen you take and you give in exchange ₹5 to the retailer. That means the price 1 unit of pen in the market is ₹5. It's not the cost. What is the cost of the pen? Now, as students of economics, you should not make that mistake. You should be very, very specific in the economic terms that we are using. Okay, so please get the concept clear. Price of a commodity is the amount of money which can be exchanged for 1 unit of a commodity in the market. So that's price. Next comes income. The income of a person, what do we know? A very simple, again a common concept. The income of a person in economics, we define income as the money income. When we are talking generally about income, we are talking about the cash inflow or the money inflow. Okay. So what does income of a person? The income of a person refers to the net inflow of money that gives the purchasing power. Inflow of money gives the purchasing power of this person over a certain period. So that's what income of a person refers to. That's what income of a person refers to. So when we are talking about income, we are talking about the inflow of money, and this inflow of money gives the purchasing power, the power to buy something, the purchasing power of the consumer. So that's income. Next comes the definition of national income. Now, national income, in very simple sense, you can talk about the total income of all the residents of a country. The total income of all the residents of a country. That resident means the person may stay within the geographical territory of the country. The person may stay within the geographical territory of the country or may be staying abroad. The total income. Now, how that income is generated? The income is generated because of the production of goods and services. Income, someone giving you a gift as your income, that yes, you keep it, your grandfather, grandmother giving you something, mother giving you, keep it as your, and you, yes, this is my income today. No, that's not considered as income in economics. In economics, income, whenever an income is generated, there has to be some production of goods and services. So, when you write the definition or how the definition is written, since income involves production of goods and services, the appropriate definition of national income is given as the aggregate value of all final goods and services, final goods, not intermediate goods. You have studied about intermediate goods, which is used for further production of goods and services. No, not the value of that. Intermediate goods are necessary, but when you consider national income, once you consider the value of the intermediate product and next you consider the value of the final product, where in the final product the value of intermediate product is also counted. So there will be double counting. So we consider the value of all final goods and services only. So once again, the aggregate value of all final goods and services produced by the residents of a country. Residents of a country means maybe in India or abroad, NRI, non-resident Indian, operating both within national boundary or abroad in a financial year, referring to a particular period of time, is called the national income of a country. So once again, if you consider the whole definition, be very specific about writing the definition. The aggregate value of all final goods and services produced by the residents of a country operating within national boundary or abroad in a particular period or in a financial year is known as the national income of a country. So please note the definition very carefully. And finally, with respect to income, we need to learn another concept, that is the concept of per capita income. The concept of per capita income. Now, what is per capita income? The average income. Per capita income is also, you can write it as average income of the citizens. Average income of the citizens of the country or of the nation. So this you can say as per capita income. How do you calculate it? The national income by total population. The national income by total population. That's the average income of the citizens. Now, important thing is, this average income or the per capita income is a very good measure or is a ready measure. You can know average income. What is the average income? So developed countries are having per capita income quite high. In India, the per capita income is quite low. So this per capita income is a ready and rough measure. You can say it's a rough measure to make as a rough measure of what? Measure of standard of living. Standard of living. Okay, it's a rough measure of the standard of living of the citizens of the nation. Rough measure as the standard of living, that if the per capita income is quite high, that means the standard of living of is also quite high. You know that for the developed countries, like you consider USA, you consider Germany, France, England, the per capita income is definitely high for them. They are leading a very, or they are maintaining a very high standard of living than the people. Number one, for the total population is quite high for a country like India, developing countries like India, and the national income high, but not to that extent because of the total population. So huge population, when this population is very high, the per capita income goes down. This per capita income goes down. So you need to know the definition of per capita income and what is it. For your concept, it's a rough and it's a ready measure to calculate the, or to see the, to view the, get an idea of the measure of standard of living, that what standard the country is maintaining. So that's about the definitions of national income and per capita income.